Hello again, everybody, and welcome to the ballpark in Hudson, Ohio for this week's Hudson Community Television Game of the Week between the Wadsworth Grizzlies and the Hudson Explorers. The temperatures are cool, the pollen is high, but we have a great ball game to get to in just a minute right after the national anthem. Hello again, everybody. Welcome to the ballpark at Hudson, Ohio, as we get ready to the start of this Hudson versus Wadsworth game. Wadsworth the visitors, Hudson the home team. Hudson comes in 9-5, 5-2 in the conference under Coach Buddy Dice. They're third in the Suburban League National as they come into this game. Wadsworth 7-6-2, 3-4-1 in conference. They're also in the National Division of the Suburban League. This should be a great matchup as these two teams, and we talk about the 3 R's, the first one's rematch, as these two teams fought hard just 2 nights ago in a 1-0 battle between Jack Sutton and Lucas Cowan. Jack Sutton for the Hudson now 3-1, 7 innings, 2 hits, 5 Ks, shutout, complete game, and Lucas Cowan was right there with him. 7 innings, 4 hits, 1 run, and 2 strikeouts. The second R today is rally, a 1-0. Expect some more offense possibly tonight, but we'll see. But both teams need to rally and get it going as they get closer and closer to playoff time. The third R, and it's our devotion to David Allen Coe, the outlaw legend, the ride. And tonight we've got both teams trying to still have a chance at winning the national division of the Suburban League. We'll talk more about that as we get along. And also, both teams trying to get something going as they head into May. We're at the end of April. It was cold and rainy 2 weeks ago when we brought you the game against Aurora, and it is chilly tonight. Temperature about 50 degrees at game time, and it will drop down a few from there. So let me give you the starting lineup for the Wadsworth Explorers, the Wadsworth Grizzlies, as they'll face Conan Eich, pitching for Hudson tonight. Stepping into the batter's box, number 3 is second baseman Brett Pelkey. He'll lead off. He'll be followed by number 15, Cameron Shaliva, and number 2, Jason Copeland, who'll be playing first base. It's the first pitch fouled off, and we're underway here at the ballpark as the sun peeks through, and Eich goes into his windup for his second pitch. Strike 2. The rest of that line, hitting in the cleanup spot, Michael Cindia, the third baseman. He's number 6. Number 4, Lucas Cowan. He's DHing. And there's a shot into center field. And it's caught by the center fielder for Hudson. And that is Deutsch.
Batting second for Wadsworth, number 15.
So Chase Deutsch with the catch. He'll also be the leadoff man for Hudson when they come to plate in the bottom of the order. So 1 out here to start. I'm Michael Rickman, going solo tonight. kind of like hammy. And that first pitch is a little low, ball 1. This chilly night, you don't want to hit anything off your hands and get that buzzing bee sound even with the aluminum. A little bit high, 2-0 to number 15, Shaliva. Shaliva playing right field this evening. 5 o'clock start. We get good sunlight, get some good light here in the booth as well. That one's just a little bit high, so 3-0. And on the 3-1, he gets the call. No ABS at the high school level, so we'll have the calls be the calls. Got to learn the umpires here at the high school level. They do a great job. We're glad they come out here and do this. Can't have baseball without an umpire. Swing and a miss by Shaliva. Makes it a full count. Hudson on a little win streak of 2 games as they beat Twinsburg on April 23rd, 10-7 up at Twinsburg, and then gets the swing and a miss. And there's 2 away here in the first inning, as that'll bring up Jason Copeland, the first baseman for the Grizzlies. The Grizzlies coached by Greg Pickard. His assistant coaches include Bill Gerhardt, Jeff Shanker, Steve Webb, Nick Common, and Ernie Shore, as you see. A strikeout. Wadsworth, a perennial tough team in this suburban league. A little bit high on the breaking ball, ball 1. They were league champs in 14, 15, 16, 18, 20, 21 through 2023. Little slow start for them this year. They go 1-1. Copeland the other night, 0 for 3 with a strikeout versus Sutton. A bit in the dirt there, 2-1. As Jack Sutton has been pitching well, as he got the win on April 21 as well against Twinsburg. 2-hit shutout, 8 Ks during his part of that performance. Foul ball down the right field line, going to be out of play and down among the Wadsworth fans. 2-2 count, 2 outs. On number 2, the deuces are wild. 4 of a kind here to start early. Kind of arch in the windup. Here's the pitch. Little breaking ball, ooh, just a little bit high. Brings it to full count. Copeland will be fouled by Michael Sandia if he gets on. And that one is high on the breaking ball. Walks Copeland. That'll bring up the cleanup hitter, Sandia. Third baseman, number 6. Right-handed hitter. Sandia, a senior. Fairly relatively young team that Wadsworth brings in. A lot of juniors, some freshmen, and a few sophomores on this squad. Off that. So a little low for Eich on that first pitch, ball 1. Not been the greatest of weather here in the Northeast Ohio for baseball. Indians have had a number of chilly, drizzly kind of days, including yesterday, but a big win yesterday by the Guardians as they did a good job. Bounces 1, it's 2-0. Good to see Travis Bazzana up for the Guardians. He hit a ball yesterday, and it was a Northeast Ohio April pop fly to center, but he hit that ball in July, and that ball's way out of here. He'll get that first hit here soon, but looking good as ball gets away, and into second base goes Copeland. Catching for Hudson is Studzinski. And let's take you around the diamond. In center field, as we talked about earlier, is Chase Deutsch. At second base is Max Zeffron. Left fielder Luke Sutton. Right fielder is Chase Dennison. Infield third to first, Timansky's at third today. Palo at short. Zafran at second. Connie at first. Bakany at first. As the walk to Cindias.
The fifth batter for Wadsworth, number 4, designated hitter.
2 on now, 2 out as Lucas Cowan comes to plate, DH, and today he pitched that great game 2 nights ago. Lucas is a senior as well, left-handed hitter, slightly open stance. And he hits one to the left side, right to the left fielder. That's Luke Sutton who makes the catch, and that's going to end the first inning. And Grizzlies get no score here in the first. We'll come back for the bottom of the first with Hudson coming to the plate. Let's give you their starting lineup. Number 22, as we said, Deutsch at center field. Number 6, Zafran, second base. Now, third hitter is Luke Sutton. You'll see those first 3 coming up here. Luke, number 11. Cleanup hitter is Jones. Ryan Jones, number 1. Fifth hitter, number 4, is Luke Kamansky. 6-hole Blake Bakany at first base at number 19. And number 3, Chase Dennison in right field. Number 16, Xavier Palo at shortstop. Number 23, Brady Studzinski at catcher. And the pitcher, Ike, number 2. On the mound for the Grizzlies is Jamison Marshall, number 21, a sophomore. So as we talked about, the Grizzlies a little bit young with a few seniors in there, including Lucas Cowan, who made that last out, flying out to left and also pitched that great game for the Grizzlies, just giving up the 1 run the other day. So here we go with Hudson leading off. Number 22, Chase Deutsch. Chase the other night was 1 for 3. He had the big RBI knocking in the winning run in the 6th inning. Chase was 1 for 5 in the game we brought to you a couple weeks ago against Aurora. And a big double, and Hudson crawled back from a deep hole, but ended up losing that game 12-11. So Deutsch in there, the right-handed hitter. He'll face Jamison Marshall, the sophomore, number 21, as we get started here in the bottom of the first. And he hits one right back to the pitcher in the first pitch, and Marshall underhands it over to number 2, Jason Copeland, for the first out. So jumping on early, a little aggressive swing there, trying to take advantage of looking for fastballs early in the count as Max Zeffron comes to the plate, second baseman. Max the other night 0 for 2. Played second base, takes strike 1. So Marshall, a nice easy fastball. Doesn't seem to be particularly, don't have a radar gun, but it's not super hot, but he's just a sophomore. It's a 1-1 count. We want to welcome the Wadsworth Community Television family, as they may be watching tonight, as we have a Wadsworth-Hudson battle. It's always good to be brought into their living rooms as well. And then This game today will be rebroadcast on the Rock Saturday at 1 p.m. if you get the Rock out there. We'll post that as well on the social media accounts so that you know it's out there. And strikes out Zaffron. 2 outs. And a swing and a miss. Luke Sutton will come up to the plate. Luke was 0 for 2 the other night, but pitched marvelously. Through that shutout. I'm sorry, not Luke. Jack Sutton threw the shutout. Luke here at the plate, right-handed hitter, number 11, playing left field. And he gets one up the middle. Second baseman Fields throws, gets him. Brett Pelkey on the throw, and that's going to end the first inning scoreless, 0-0. Welcome back for second inning action on the Hudson Community Television first game of the week this week, as Hudson playing the Wadsworth Grizzlies tonight. Tomorrow night we'll have the Kent Roosevelt Rough Riders, I think, coming in here for a Friday night 7 o'clock start. So under the lights here at the ballpark, which is just a spectacular venue on a Friday evening. So grab some food somewhere, one of your favorite Hudson restaurants, bring it on out here and catch a great ball game with the Kent Roosevelt team. So second inning of action. Ryan Stoops will lead it off, number 12, the center fielder for Wadsworth. He'll be followed by Reed Close, and then Bryson Bupp, the catcher, here in the second to face Connor Eich. Connor Eich faced 5 guys in the first inning. Started off, get 2 outs, then walked a couple, then came back and got a fly out on Lucas Cowan to end that first inning. So the Kent Roosevelt broadcast will be rebroadcast on the Rock on Sunday at 4 o'clock. Fly ball right field, hanging up, goes foul. So strike 1 on Stoops. 1-1 count on Stoops. Mentioned Hudson Community Television. You can watch the streams live. You can go back and watch rebroadcasts. It's posted and you can watch at your leisure. Or you can download the app as well on Apple and Android. Fouls it off, 1-2. Catch these games when you want to. But we are streaming live tonight on the HCTV app, as well as online, as well as on the Spectrum channels. I believe it's 1021. Walk to Stoops.
Next up for the Grizzlies.
It's coming to the plate now, number 13, Reed.
Left fielder, Reed
Close. And Reed. Another sophomore, number 13. There's the bunt. Fielded. Throws the first. Gets the out. Sure out. Runner Stoops advances on the sack.
Bell brings to the plate for the Grizzlies.
1 out here.
Number 20, catcher, Bryson Bupp.
As Eich fields that cleanly, throws it to Blake Bacany, and we have 1 out. She watched the too early in the game maybe to risk that throw to second. You'll hear the catcher call that out. 1-1-1 or 2-2-2 is strike one. To number 20, Bryson Bupp, the catcher. On deck is Bentley Wick, number 17, shortstop. Bounces one in. Good stop by Studzinski. Throw that dirt breaking ball. You want to make sure you got somebody who can knock those in front. You see Hedgie do such a good job of that. Austin Hedges with the Guardians. Little breaking balls a little bit outside. 2-1. 2-1 count, 1 out. Runner on second here in the second inning from the ballpark in Hudson. Time is called. Eich in his second inning of work. Ball's line foul. 2-2 count. We've talked in the past about how strong Hudson's pitching program is. We saw it a couple nights ago with Jack Sutton, 7-inning shutout. Also got guys like Palo who threw against Midview, as well as Reed. It's a short grounder. It's going to be a tough play. Ball skips away, and it's going to score the run. As Bacchini could not pick that up cleanly, and Wadsworth picks up the unearned run here in the second. Sometimes you got to think about whether you put that ball in your pocket as the third baseman, Mansky. But it allowed Bryson Bopp to get to second base on the ground ball. The E we're going to give to the first baseman on that. And as a first baseman, you've got to make sure you pick that ball up cleanly so that you don't allow the runner. It's okay to let that runner get to first, but you don't want the runner scoring from second. And you got to do whatever you can to try to keep it in front of you. And that one just kind of squirted away. I'll take a look at that one again here in a minute or two, as the batter is Bentley Wick, the shortstop. 1 out, runner on second, 1 in for the Grizzlies. Fouled away, 2 strikes now on Wick, the 9-hole hitter. He'll be fouled by the top of the lineup with Brett Pelkey coming to the plate. A little bit low. Bentley did not, Wick did not play in the game the other night. At least he's not on the scorecard. Somebody had to play shortstop. Ooh, good pitch. Takes the count. 2-2. Here's that replay again, and just to show. There's the throw from the third baseman that allowed the runner to score. Ground ball foul, almost into the dugout. 2-2 count. So run in. 1 out. Runner on second. 2-2 count. Gets him on the swing and a miss. Maybe a foul tip even. Second out as Wick goes down. Good big out for Eich there as he has a chance to get out of this inning with just the one run and brings up the left-handed hitter, Brett Pelkey. Pelkey 1 for 2 and a walk the other night. Good contact hitter. It's Hudson with the pickoff move, gets into center field, but the runner was diving back into the base and really had no chance to get back up and go to third. Once he recognized the ball, it trailed out to Deutsch in center. He had a big lead, but running that 5-5-2, as we used to call it, play, as in that case, shortstop going to the bag. Just have a little 2. The catcher would drop the 2 with a little waggle to show the shortstop to be covering with a left-handed hitter. You would have the shortstop cover that. It's more likely to see the hitter pull the ball to the second baseman, so you don't want him coming out of position there. Foul ball back. 1-2 count, or 0-2 count on Pelkey. He flew out to center field to Deutsch in the first. Getting another bat here in the second. Gives him a little changeup. Nice pitch. Pelkey does a nice job of staying back on it and fouling it off to avoid the strikeout. Fifth batter here in the second. Wadsworth's got one in. Runner on second. 0-2 count. Zeitz tries to get himself out of this inning. Another fly ball the Oppo way. Pelkey fighting. I want to try to throw him a little curveball in the dirt just to throw him off. Otherwise, go with the fastball in on his hands, as he's been looking for breaking balls and the changeup here. And he lines one in the center. And that's going to score the second run as Pelkey with the base hit. And Wadsworth picks up their second run.
Next up for the Grizzlies, number 15, right fielder.
Bupp scores from second on the base hit. And that's going to bring up Shaliva. Number 15, Cameron Shaliva, the junior. In the 2-hole, he struck out his first time up. Fouls that first one off into that area of the parking lot that seems to be pretty cleared out. Got to be strategic in your parking here at the ballpark, because you don't want to be in the pathway of the foul balls. Not a lot of netting to protect the parking lot. Got time from the hitter. 0-1 count. Ike's trying to get out of this. Runner on first is Pelkey. Gonna watch to make sure he might want to try to get in a scoring position here. He's got a good solid lead. 1 foot in the grass. High fastball's called a strike. 0-2 count as Eich once again trying to get out of this. He gets ahead of the hitter on both these two batters. Now you want to try to get out of this. Out of the stretch. Here it comes. Strike 3. Ooh. Good frame by Stedzinski. That's going to be a 1-2 count. Runner on first. 2 outs here in the second inning. Hudson now down 2-0. Still a little bit outside on that replay. Good camera work. There goes the runner. Line shot up the middle. Shortstop. It's going to have to go to first. Gets it. So Hudson gets out of the inning as Palo with the nice play. And that's the third out in the inning. Hudson will come to the plate now down 2-0 with Jones, Homansky, and Bacani coming up in the second. I'm having a little problem with Blake's name. We might just start calling him Blake Bacani. As Jamison Marshall will go into his second inning of work. 1-2-3 in the first. Thank you for tuning in to Hudson Community Television's first game of the week. Remember, we'll be back on the air tomorrow night at 7 p.m. under the lights here at the ballpark in Hudson as Hudson faces Kent Roosevelt. While we got a minute, just to mention our condolences, thoughts, and prayers out to the Kent Roosevelt family as Fred George, longtime boys basketball coach and teacher up there in the Kent Roosevelt district, passed away this week. So our thoughts and prayers to the community and the George family. Kent in the Roosevelt in the American division of the Suburban League. Now into the second inning of play, bottom of the second. Leading off for Hudson is number 1, the DH today, Ryan Jones. Ryan the other day 1 for 3 in that DH role. A little low, he calls. So ball 1, 1-0 to Jones. A little high on the second one, 2-0. Hudson was very aggressive in that first inning, jumping on first pitch fastballs. Little breaking ball is over. You don't see, my day, we didn't throw a lot of 2-0 curveballs or 3-0 curveballs. Today, though, you see pitchers dropping those in. A little bit high and outside. That'll be 3-1. Jameson Marshall gets Jones to hit a hard ground ball down to first base as Jason Copeland makes the play. And first out in the inning. Hudson 3 ground balls and a strikeout so far. So Jameson Marshall, the sophomore, doing a good job keeping it low, inducing the ground balls, as they say. Now at the plate is Luke Humansky. Luke playing third base today. He was 1 for 2 against Wadsworth 2 nights ago. Takes strike 1, 1-1. Fouls it straight back. 1-2 count on Humansky. He'll be followed by Blake Bacani, playing first base today. So 1-2 count as Humansky digs in there just a little bit outside. Makes it 2-2. 1 out here in the bottom of the second. Hudson trailing 2-0. Little breaking ball hit down the line. Gonna be a tough play. Third baseman Fields bounces, and Humansky beats it out. Tough play for the third baseman. He did come up with it cleanly. That's Michael Cindia, and unable to
Next up for Hudson, first
get
baseman number 19,
Humansky on that. So Humansky at first, Blake at the plate. Blake was 0 for 3 the other night against the Grizzlies. Takes it just a wee bit outside. Ball 1. pitch is a strike, 1-1. Pickoff move is unsuccessful. Good lead by Umansky, 1 foot over that little green insert of the by first base over there. As Blake pocketing, he had a good swing at that. Little breaking ball. He tried to keep the hands back longer, but came through and fouled it straight back. 1-2 count on Blake. Hudson trying to get a little rally started here. Runner on first. Gets a big jump off. That ball's hit deep to left. Left fielder's not going to get it. All the way to the wall. Umansky comes chugging into third. And the bomb by Blake puts runners on second and third with 1 out here in the second inning. Umansky scrambles all the way to third. Had to hold up just a little bit. You never know whether the left fielder can track it down, but that ball was hammered by Blake. You see it again. Got it right down the left field line. Left fielder trying to chase it down, and the wall's the only thing that kept that from rolling for days. As it brings up Chase Dennison here with 2 on, 1 out. Hudson with their first serious threat of the day. Takes a strike. Putting Jameson Marshall into a little struggle here out of the stretch. Had an easy first inning, but this second inning has turned into a bit of a struggle. Hudson will try to tie it up here with a hit. Right fielder exceptionally shallow. Ball in dirt. 1-1. He's got a free base at first, so he can pitch very carefully to Dennison, who was 0 for 2 on Tuesday. This catcher comes out, try to calm Marshall down a little bit. Oh, 1-1 count to Dennison. Slowed it down, and it could drop. Nope, caught. Here comes the throw home. Cut off at second, run scores. So Hudson cuts the lead in half as Umansky scores on the sac fly. Good job of hitting by Chase Dennison, elevating that ball into left. In the center field.
Next up for Hudson, your shortstop, number 16,
Brian Stoops catches it, throws it into second base. So they weren't going to get Umansky on that, and Hudson picks up their first run. It's now 2-1. RBI sac fly for Dennison. Second out of the inning is Xavier Powell. The shortstop comes to the plate. Getting a start today. Travis started a couple nights ago at shortstop for Hudson. Strike 2 as Powell takes the second strike. 1-2 count. Powell will be followed by Studzinski if he can get on, keep this inning, keep the line moving out there for Hudson. Strike 3, takes the call, third strike on the outside corner, but that's going to end the second inning. But Hudson gets one, cuts the lead in half, and after 2 innings, it's 2-1 Grizzlies. We'll be right back. So we're about to start the third inning here on Hudson Community Television's first game of the week. I'm Michael Rickman. Going solo today, kind of like Tom Hamilton some days, right? Although he's got people to talk to. May have to talk to the booth and have them answer back when I ask questions later in the game. But Hudson down 2-1 in this from here at the ballpark in Hudson. Coming up for the Grizzlies will be number 2, Jason Copeland, number 6, Michael Sandia, and number 4, Lucas Cowan. Here's our booth. Glad to be here today. Welcome to everybody out on HCTV land, as well as WCTV and or The Rock on a Sunday afternoon, or Saturday afternoon, I guess, for this game. So up to the plate, Jason Copeland. He walked, went to second on a wild pitch in the first, deep in the hole. Gonna be a tough play. Got him. Oh, that was a tough play for Powell. It was deep in the hole, and Jason Copeland able to beat it out for an infield single here to start the third. Yep, he got him. Good job of hustle by Jason Copeland, the first baseman for the Wadsworth Grizzlies. Grizzlies a solid team. They're 3-4-1 in the Conference Suburban League battle. There's a little pop up to the first baseman, caught by Bacchini. Bacchini catches it on the pop fly, and we got one out here in the third. Brings up Lucas Cowan, the designated hitter. He flew out to the left to end the first inning. With 2 on, he's got that big open stance. Left-handed hitter. But as you see, he makes that stride to the pitcher from that open stance. Remember, left-handed hitters can use that open stance to their advantage, particularly against left-handed pitchers. Allows you to keep that shoulder open, look a little further. It's another tough play. Palo's not going to be able to get him. They got him at second. Big turn by Copeland. Another infield hit, not hitting the ball hard. Almost Guardians ball-esque here this inning for the Grizzlies. First and second. On that little infield grounder, Palo and Mansky kind of coming together out there on that play, and made sure that Palo did not have an opportunity when Mansky kind of got in his arm angle. So Buddy Dice coming out. Coach just calm pitcher down. Sometimes those little cheap infield singles can play with your head, but he's throwing good, getting the guys to hit little weak ground balls, and on this field turf even, they're not coming out quickly, so that's a good sign for Eich here in his third inning of work. Just want to bear down, make sure you don't give up a run here. Ryan Stoops to the plate. He walked him last time with the second on the bunt. Scored on the error on the throw from Umansky to Bacchini. pleasant night, just a little chilly, about 50 degrees here in Hudson. There's a base hit though, and that's going to score the run and allow the runner to go to third and the Stoops goes into second with the double. Run scores, that's Copeland. That makes it 3-1 on the RBI double by Stoops. As he knocks in another run, putting the ball in play. Let's take another look at that as Stoops lines it well into center field. Deutsch coming over. A little wet in the outfield. We had some rain this afternoon. And we got a balk. Scores the runner from third, sends another runner to third. As Cowan scores on the balk. Have to maybe take a look at that if we got it. It happened in between pitches. Line shot in the left, base hit. And the runner scores from third, and it's now 5-1 on that base hit.
Next up for Wadsworth, catcher.
Take another look at this. Kind of hesitated as he came up out of his stretch. His hands were playing around a little bit, and umpire wants to see it come straight up into the stretch. And the balk is called. Base hit by Close. Scored the runner from third. Runner going. Good throw down by Stadzinski. Unable to get the runner, but good throw. Stolen base by Close, and he's now at second. In scoring position is Bryson Bupp, who was the one who hit that ground ball that scored the first run. Pops it up. Bacchini has a chance, but it's going to drop in between him and the right fielder, Dennison. There's the stolen base. Good jump. Head first slide, slides right through. He's not even wearing the oven mitt, so Bupp, the catcher, scored in the second inning as well on the base hit by Brett Pelkey. Outside. 1-2 on Bupp. Eich here in the third. A little stumble. Giving up 5 runs. And there was a different looking stretch move. Ooh, that was a good pitch. 2-2. They said he went all the way, so by umpire called the swing. I don't think Bupp thought it was a swing. I know the Wadsworth coaching staff didn't think it was a swing, but he said he went around on the check swing. And the second out recorded. Take another look at that.
That brings up for the Grizzlies their 9th batter, number 17, shortstop Bentley Wick.
Wick hits one to third, throw to first. Umansky to Bacchini, and that ends the inning. But not before. Wadsworth picks up a 3 spot. They get the crooked number, makes it 5-1 as we go to the bottom of the third. You'll see Stadzinski, the catcher, Eich, the pitcher, and Deutsch, the center fielder, up here in the third inning for the Explorers. Hudson needs to get a little rally going here. As Marshall goes into his third inning, Jameson Marshall pitching well. Grizzlies come into this game after losing to Hudson on Tuesday, but they beat Westlake on the 25th, 9-3. Lost to Triway 5-0 on the 24th. They sit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6th in the 5th in the Suburban League National Division. Leading the division so far, Stowe 5-1. Hudson's had some good matchups with them, lost 6-2 and 2-1 so far, so they've got kind of the tiebreakers. North Ryalton is 5-2, Hudson 5-2. Brecksville 4-3, Nordonia 3-4, Twinsburg 2-5, and Solon bringing up the end of the conference with 6-1. So Hudson's scoring last inning, as you see the big hit from.
Leading things off for your Explorers here in the home half of the third. The man behind the dish, number 23.
The double, you see the sack fly into center. With Humansky chugging down the line and scoring. That was Hudson's first run and only run so far this afternoon, as we see Studzinski take strike one. Studzinski, the catcher, good solid catcher. Swings through it. Little breaking ball. And it's 0-2. It's chasing a hole here early to start the third, bottom of the third for Hudson. High breaking ball, 1-2. Studzinski the other night, 1-for-1 against Wadsworth. Pinch run forward by Stacy, who then scored Hudson's only run on the RBI by Deutsch. 2-2 count. Breck Stacy, also a catcher. Studzinski right on top of the plate, really close, crowding it, and swings and misses, and that's one out here in the third. That's the third strikeout for Marshall.
Into the box
to
for
the plate
Hudson. Center fielder,
comes
number 22,
Deutsch.
Chase Deutsch.
Deutsch takes strike one on a little breaking ball. Ooh, good pitch, 1-1. Marshall out of the windup. Ball breaks out of the zone, 2-1. Jameson really wanted that pitch. Off the foot. That stings a little bit, particularly on a 50-degree day. The worst is when you get it right off that bone in your ankle and that stick protrudes out. Knock it right off that. That stings for a couple days. Line shot into right center, but it's going to be caught as the right fielder Shaliva, playing a very shallow right field, makes the catch. So 2 outs.
Next
Talked about that last inning. Shaliva really daring the hitters, playing almost, if you're playing softball, he's in that kind of almost short center position, but in right field. about that depth. Stealing hits Oppo, but leaving a lot of room down the line as number 6, Max Zephyrin, comes to play. He struck out in the first, playing second base today. Max takes strike 2. And that's strike 2. I guess that was one pitch off there. It's 1-2 count now. Marshall challenging the hitters, working fast, throwing strikes. We like that as a coach. And there's a foul ball into the fans over there. They didn't even move. That ball way out in the parking lot. Zafrin stays alive, trying to get a little 2-out rally going. Fouls another one back. Out of play. Still 1-2. Break ball in the dirt. Show him a different angle. When a guy falls off a couple, you want to vary your depth angles to the hitter. In, out, up, down. Just keep moving it around the zone. Bounce one occasionally just to keep them honest. There's a shot down third base. What a play. Throwing, got him. Diving, getting up, throwing, got him. That's Sandia at third, and he's having a nice game.
Still, Grizzlies 5.
Defensively, as he makes a great play there to end the third inning, with Hudson down 5-1, as we'll come back and start the fourth inning in just a second. Welcome back to the ballpark for fourth inning. A new pitcher on the mound. I'm trying to get a number on him. This is number 24, and that is Breck Stacy. We were just talking about him at catcher Tuesday night. Number 24, Stacy's going to come in, and appropriately the walk-in music for Brex is Stacy's mom. Stacy coming on here in the fourth. Eich gave us 3 innings. Looks like about 4 hits. Walks were kind of an issue for him early in the game. He had 2 walks, including the one that started the rally for the Grizzlies.
Now, number 24, Brex Stacy!
Second.
And leading things off.
He had 3 strikeouts, and I got him with 4 earned runs out of the 5. So Stacy in. And number 3, Brett Pelkey finds the hole, the 3.5 hole between the first baseman and the second baseman. 3 and the 4, and that's going to be his second hit for the night. He's made good contact. He had the base hit and RBI just last inning. So that brings up Shaliva. the right fielder. He's had a couple nice catches so far tonight. Swings and misses, strike one. So Pelkey at first, Shaliva at the plate. Again, he's right on top of the plate. Slightly closed stance. That one's a little high. 1-1. Shaliva struck out in the first. He grounded out to short in the second. Here in the fourth, runner on first. Bunt attempt is counted as a strike as he went committed to the bunt. Ball in the dirt, 1-2 count. Question whether Pelkey will go. He's got that foot just beyond the grass cutout. Takes a jump, ball down the right field line. Gonna be foul. Ball kind of hung up and knuckled a little bit. Wasn't sure whether it was going to continue to go foul or not. The wind blowing that way from left to right. Pretty good wind out there. As I say that, it seems to be stronger. But it is Northeast Ohio in April. Pitch gets by. The runner's going to get second. And on the wild, well, we're going to give him a steal for that as he was going before the ball went past the catcher. And now Wadsworth, for each of the 4 innings, has a runner in scoring position. They scored in the second. They got 2, they got 3 in the third, and nobody out, and Shaliva at the plate. And a bounced pitch, and that's going to set up a full count on Shaliva. First base open. Runner in second. Stacy struggling a little bit with control here. And he gets Shaliva his second K of the day, 1 out. Stacy has kind of that shot put type motion. You see it in a number of pitchers. It's kind of a short arm approach. Comes kind of out of your ear and shoots its way to the plate. No breaking ball for a strike. Pelkey at second for the Grizzlies. Stacy on the mound. Jason Copeland at the plate. He's got a walk and a hit and a run scored. Ball's a little low. 1-1. Seven-inning games in high school. There's a shot to short. What a play by Palo. He's going to try to throw him out. Got him. Oh, great play by Palo. He dives. Take another look at that in a minute. So we see here on the HCTV replay crew diving to his right. Almost got him. That's a great play. Good stretch by Bakany. Another ground ball to short, could be 2. There's 1, throw to first. Got the double play, and run will not count. Palo, 2. Zafran to Bakany. The top of the inning ending play for the 3rd out. Let's see it again. Hard hit ball. Palo picks it up, gets it to Zafran with lots of time to Bakany, and that ends the top of the 4th with no damage. go to the bottom of the fourth. Hudson looking for a rally. They'll have Luke Sutton, Ryan Jones, and Humansky coming to the plate. As Marshall goes into his fourth inning, the sophomore doing a great job out there this afternoon, keeping Hudson players off the bases and allowing his team to stake them to a 5-1 lead as we come into the fourth inning. I'm Michael Rickman, joining you this afternoon for our Hudson Community Television audience, as well as Wadsworth Community Television, and this weekend rebroadcast on The Rock. Remember, you can also stream on the WCTV app, downloadable on Apple and Android. And you can watch tomorrow night's game against Kent Roosevelt starting at 7 p.m. Beautiful Friday night under the lights for Hudson.
Getting things started in the bottom of the fourth. Left fielder, number 11, Luke Sutton.
So Luke Sutton will start the inning. He grounded out to the second baseman last inning, or in the second inning. Let me just correct myself one more time, in the first inning. And Sutton takes strike one. Hudson will have Kent Roosevelt tomorrow night, as we said, and then on Saturday they go up to Shaker Heights, take on the Crusaders up there. Shaker lost a tough one last night to West Geauga, as my son-in-law's nephew with the big hit to knock in the winning run last night. Austin, good job, Austin. His mother Heather was very proud. Hudsonite Heather and her husband. We call him Big Austin because they have two Austins in the family. Marshall throws out Sutton, and there's one out here in the third.
Next up for your explorers,
Marshall's second play.
Jones.
Assist to this afternoon and fielding his position very well. Brings up Ryan Jones, the DH. Hit a ground ball to first in the second. Unassisted play by the first baseman down there, Copeland. Jones was 1 for 3 against Wadsworth the other night. Fouls that one off. So 0-2 to Jones. Marshall just pumping strikes, and Hudson hitters fouling them off or unable to get solid ball-to-bat contact going. Marshall, nice fastball. A little bit outside, so 1-2 to Jones. On deck is Humansky. Pitch up and in, and they call he swung. I guess that's consistent with his other check swing call, but that's a difficult one. Ball's up and in on you, and you're just trying to get out of the way. Take a look at that. Yeah, I'm not sure the hands ever moved through the zone far enough to be a swing, but they'll call it a swinging strike for the second out. Humansky, who had the base hit, scored on the double by Bacchini in the second. Hudson's only run so far. They need to kind of duplicate that, chip away at this lead, get back in this ball game. Humansky takes strike 1-1. other sports, Hudson's track and field having a good season. The girls team, McKenna Bode, with the record setting for Hudson pole vault the other day, 12 feet 5 inches. Ground ball by Humansky, the second baseman, throws him out, and that's going to end the fourth inning for the Explorers, as they now will go to the fifth inning, down 5-1, and we'll be right back after a short word. About ready to start the fifth inning here on the Hudson Community Television Game of the Week, first version. Tomorrow night will be the second version, as Hudson will take on Kent Roosevelt under the lights. Coming up for the Grizzlies here in the fifth inning. Will be number 18, it looks like. Blake Hoover, pinch hitting for Cowan. So Hoover, number 18, for Cowan to start the fifth inning.
Batting for the Grizzlies, pinch hitting, number 18, Blake Hoover.
Hoover hits a ground ball to third. Called foul. Beat that one into the turf, Hoover, and Humansky got on it. I'm not sure if he'd have enough time to throw him out. So 0-1 count. Hoover up on top of the plate. Seen a lot of players right on top of the plate. Let's see it with the lines. Maybe, I don't know if we have an overhead shot of that, but there you go. See his feet are right up there on that white line. Crowd in the inside corner. I'd like to give a little more room myself. I also had a little open stance, so almost daring the pitcher to throw it outside so you could dive into it and drive it down that right field line, which is, there's a lot of room down there, down the 315 to right field. The breaking ball is low. 2-2 count on Hoover. That center field look, it's a good look. Outside, 3-2 is Stacy. Breck Stacy in his second inning of work. Got out of that fourth, a little bit of a jam, but got the ending, half inning ending double play. Ball tipped off Stacy, going to go to the second baseman, and Zaffron unable to corral it. It's going to be a hit, I think. We'll give it to Hoover, a hit. As that spot in the lineup picks up another hit. Stacy's just needed about 2 more inches of height. And then Zaffron coming down to try to get it. A lot of spin on that ball as it tipped off the glove of Stacy. Will now bring up Ryan Stoops, who's having a great day. Double. Knocked in a run. He scored 2 with a walk in the second. Scored on the error. Also had a stolen base, his third time up as he fouls one off. Getting good production from that middle bottom of Wadsworth's lineup. They've scored 3 of the 5 runs. 4 of the 5 if you count the 5-hitter, which is also on base again. Big lead for Hoover at first. He's got even another extra step. Line shot, deep to left. Spinning around is Sutton. He's unable to get it. Throwing to third, gets by. Good job by Studzinski to track that down and keep the runner at third. A double by Stoops, his second double of the game. Sends Hoover running to third. As that was a shot hit towards Sutton. Sutton got turned around on it and ended up getting behind him. Hudson playing in at the corners. The middle infielder, second baseman, and shortstop are playing what I call halfway depth. There's a shot right over the shortstop's head at mid-depth. 2 runs are going to score, and it's now 7-1 on the base hit by Reed Close. Drives in 2. He's got 3 RBIs on the day. As he had a base hit in the third that drove in a run. Stoops and Hoover score on that double. And Coach Buddy Dice going to come out, have a little discussion with Stacy, and he's going to pull him and into the game. Big number 20, that's Otto Grill. Big guy, got the pitcher's body. And he's going to come on here for Stacy with no out in the 5th. So Stacy, 1 inning, 5 hits, no walks, a K, and 2 earned runs. As you see that base hit in the left, scoring Hoover and Stoops. Base hit by Reed Close. He's 2 for 3. He's actually 2 for 2 as he had a sacrifice bunt earlier in the second inning. So Otto Grill going to come on here. Put that over the top like Trey Savage of the Blue Jays, coming straight over the top. Let's call that straight overhand in the old days. Don't see a lot of pitchers at that angle too much anymore, but we saw Savage last fall and now back with the Blue Jays as of yesterday. Good outing for him. Getting back at it this year for them. They'll face Bryson Bupp, the catcher, and then Bentley Wick sitting on deck. This time we'll take another little break to say condolences, thoughts, and prayers to the Worcester community as Maddox Grazer passed away after a game, after a short stay in the hospital and emergency situation. And we think about the Worcester community and such a sad loss to lose someone at that age and under those circumstances. So our thoughts and prayers to the Worcester community, just down the road from Wadsworth, so I know they were impacted as well. So Otto Grill on here in the 5th inning, as Grill will try to stop this another Grizzly rally. The ball gets away, but Studzinski jumps on it and Close had already started back to the base, so he was unable to take advantage of that. Grill, high fastball down to second. Good throw by Studzinski, but not in time. Stolen base for Close. They're up 7-1 here. Still trying to tack on some runs. We saw the other night when we broadcast the Aurora game. Never enough runs against the Hudson team that can explode in a hurry. Fly ball to right field. Wind's going to carry it foul. That ball was out of here or out on one bounce. A little hard to see there. But that ball was hit pretty well by Bupp. I know it went over the fence. I just don't know if it was one hop or on the fly. Just 3:15 down the line. I say just, but these guys are still high school hitters, and 3:15 is still a good poke. So Grill ahead on the hitter, 2-2. Quiet night in Cleveland sports, so hopefully you're tuning in tonight as the Guardians go on the road, heading out to Sacramento. That's hard to say, Sacramento A's, after so many years in Oakland, and prior to that Kansas City, prior to that Philadelphia. So not unfamiliar with traveling around as a team. Eventually going to land in Las Vegas in a couple of years, I believe. They make their way back east, right? It'll be fun for road trips in Vegas. As Bupp following a number of good pitches by Grill. The A's have always had great uniforms as well. The Kansas City A's had those vests. So they took out to Oakland, then they went to the, the green and yellows of the early 70s to just fit right in with that kind of bad boy image that the A's had. The long hair, the mustaches, Joe Rudy, Sal Bando, and of course, Mr. October, Reggie Jackson. Of course, you also had Raleigh Fingers with the handlebar mustache. As the stolen base by close to third on the walk.
Number 17, shortstop, Bentley Wick.
Owned during that time by Charles O'Finley from Northwest Indiana. He had a big house. You can see, used to have a big A's emblem on it as you drove on I-80 just by LaPorte. Charles once wanted to introduce an orange baseball into the game. Grill throws it high, come back to the plate, got a chance. Safe as he evades the tag. Great slide by Close to evade that tag. Ball came back to Sadzinski, but unable to get back to the plate and tag the runner. Good swim move by Close. Wasn't even close. So we take another look at it. We got Grill out to the catcher coming out to talk to Grill on the mound. It's Buddy Dice. There's the tag of the plate. Great job by the camera. But appeared to tag him late on the legs. Maybe one more look at that while Buddy gets his say in. Buddy Dice, head coach for Hudson. As we take another look at that, watch the swim move. The hand is on the right side, but then he pulls it back. What a nice move by Close. Let's practice on the slip and slides. That was always the fun day, right, in high school. Bring out the slip and slides or the cardboard boxes and start diving around on those. As Bupp went to second on that wild pitch. 2-0 count by Grill. Throws one in there. Grill, hard thrower, coming over the top. Popped him up. Center fielder calls for it. That's Deutsch. Makes the catch. And Grill gets the first out of the inning against Wick.
Get back to the top of the lineup for the Grizzlies with number 3, second
Important to get that first out. Runner at second. 3 runs in. It's 8-1 here. Buddy Dice coming out His assistant coaches are Hayden Knox and Greg Wallach. Hudson had a great year last year. They won the district title. It's the first time since 2014. His girl's going to come out. Had 20 wins for the first time in a number of years, and then won the league title as well. As we're going to get, looks like number 12, Roman Schaefer. Oh, maybe. No, I think it's 16, Palo, coming in to pitch. No, nope, I'm sorry. It is number 12, Roman Schaefer will come in for Hudson. Their fourth pitcher of the day. Girl got one out here in the fifth. Give up the walk and the fly out. Was the book on Stacy, ended up giving up 3 earned runs. So Roman Schaefer coming in here in the fifth with one out, runner on second. Remember, these broadcasts are brought to you in part by Friends of Hudson Community Television, friends of WCTV.org. You can make a donation or you can be a sponsor for these broadcasts. We set you up with things like this pitching change brought to you by your company's name right there.
Pitching change for your Explorers. On to the mound now, number 12, Roman Schaefer.
Runs or strikeouts, whatever you want to do, we can set up. We have the broadcast tomorrow night. We've got a couple more in May. Just give Hudson Community Television a call or Friends of HCTV. So Schaefer ready to go here, and go back to the top of the lineup, and Brett Pelkey, number 3. 2 for 3 today. 1 RBI, stolen base.
Back to the top of the lineup for the Grizzlies, number 3, second baseman, Brett Pelkey.
Pelkey takes strike 1. Good contact hitter. Way in the back of the box. That left foot almost on the back line. The right foot up on the plate, right even with the plate. And there's a ball gets away. And the runner, Bupp, is able to go into third base on the wild pitch. So a walk, a wild pitch, another wild pitch is Bupp at third base. Almost got him there. Comes rolling across the bag. Full head of steam, diving into third. There's a shot into right at the right fielder. Runner's first move was took 2 steps towards the plate. His first move should have been 2 steps back to the third base for an opportunity to tag up. And so the good throw back in from the right fielder, Dennison, prevents another run from scoring.
Pinch hitting for the Grizzlies.
So fly out to right for the second out. Two outs now as Schaefer gets the first guy he faces, and he'll now face Shaliva, who struck out twice and ground out to third. I'm short. He swings and misses, strike 1. Wadsworth with 3 more here in the fifth to make it 8-1. Bounces the curveball. Good stop by Studzinski with the runner on third. You want to keep everything in front of you. third is Grills. Good pitch by Schaefer. Gets ahead 1-2. Actually, we have a pinch hitter here, number 1. Is Nate Pelkey getting an at bat here. Not sure they announced that. Pelkey with a 1-2 count, batting for Shaliva. Rounds one foul down third. Mansky making the nice stop down there. Nate Pelkey, the senior. He and Brett are both seniors, so I'm guessing possibly twins. No, that breaking ball was a nice one. Zedzinski tags him just in case, because it did hit dirt. 2-2 count on Pelkey here in the top of the 5th. Hudson down 8-1. Runner on third, that's Bupp. Ground ball to short, Palo. Fields throws, got him, end of the inning. And no more damage by Wadsworth, but they do pick up the run. 3 runs, and it makes it now 8-1 as we go to the bottom of the 5th. And for Hudson, it will be Bacchini, Dennison, and Palo to face Marshall here now in his 5th inning. And Marshall pitching a really nice game against this solid Hudson lineup. Hudson needs to get something going here, running out of outs. They got 15 left. Marshall working on his 5th. No one up in the bullpen right now, although someone did get a little loose at the top of that inning. And the crowd being led in song here as it's Sweet Caroline time here at the ballpark. So everybody at home, get ready, start the singing. Bop, bop, bop. So Hudson needs to get the bop, bop, bop going here in the bottom of the 5th. I haven't seen that movie yet. Guys in the booth, have you seen that movie? With Kate Hudson and Hugh Jackman? Reviews from the booth say it's good. It's set in Milwaukee, so it can't be too bad, right? About ready to go here, bottom of the 5th. As Blake Bacchini comes to the plate, he had a big double lead off to send the runner to third. That was Umansky in the 2nd. Hudson needs another hit to get going here. Feel like if they could just string 2 or 3 together, they might be able to put a big crooked number up like they did against Aurora in our last broadcast, which you can watch on the archives on HCTV, whether it's the app or on the website. And first pitch from Marshall's a strike. Really impressed with Jamison Marshall today. He's done nothing but throw strikes. Just one, I'm sure he walked anybody. He's not blowing the ball by. He's not fooling anybody. He's just throwing strikes, working fast, and letting Hudson hitters ground out. And he keeps that ball low, almost like he's throwing that 2-seamer sinker ball. There's a shot by Bacchini down the line for a base hit. And as we said, maybe get one will lead to another one. And suddenly you have a rally. Base hit. He's now 2 for 2 today and brings up Chase Dennison, number 3.
Stepping into the box for Hudson, your right fielder, number 3, Chase Dennison.
Hudson's only faced 2 pitchers of Wadsworth this week. Lucas Cowan went the distance, 4 hits, 1 run against Hudson on Tuesday, and now Marshall here through 5 innings against Hudson with 1 run only given up. So 12 innings, 2 pitchers. That's really good here in the high school level and allows you to not have to go deep in your pen. Not throwing a lot of pitches either. He's been efficient with the Hudson hitters. 2-0 count. Dennison with the sac fly in the second scored the run. Medium deep fly ball to center got Umansky home. Takes strike there. 2-1 count on Dennison. Fouls one. May have gone off his foot, but towards the dugout. And now 2-2 Chase. Probably want to look breaking ball here. Marshall's been throwing a lot of that 2-2, 1-2 curve balls. See Dennison all the way in the back of with his right foot as he bounces one to a full count. Front foot, he's got a big wide stance there and allows you to protect with 2 strikes. Not have necessarily a large stride. Blake at first base gets a lead. There's the breaking ball. Could be 2. Oh, he bobbles it. It's going to be tough to get at first. He doesn't. So the E on 5 starts to let you have a rally. 2 on. Nobody out as Dennison puts the ball in play. So we take a look at that, and we're going to have Wadsworth's manager, Greg Pickard, come out to the mound. Settle him down. Got a 7-run lead. Want to make sure you get outs. You can give up a run, but don't give up a rally. So Greg Pickard back to the dugout. Get a little Jeopardy music. Hey, how about that guy on Jeopardy the last, almost a month? Won over $800,000 or something. But he liked to wear orange.
Next up for Hudson, your shortstop, number 16, Xavier Palo.
So Palo coming to the plate. Ask the booth, are you guys big Jeopardy fans? Palo back in the box, deep in the box, right foot right on that line. 2 on, nobody out. Takes ball 1 low. Powell takes a strike. 1-1. Powell has a very upright stance at the plate. Struck out, called strike in the second. I'm sorry, in the third as he led that off ball up the middle, base hit. Hudson's going to hold the runner at third as they want to keep this line moving and bring it back to Studzinski after the base hit by Palo. Take a look at that. Just right through the middle. The middle infielder is just unable to get to it. And Studzinski will come to the plate. Brady 0 for 1. He struck out in the third inning. Chance to pick up a couple runs here, start to make Wadsworth have to stress a little bit, make their pitcher stress a little. He hasn't really stressed since the second inning. Went 1, 2, 5, 8 in a row before this inning. So back in the stretch, opportunities for Hudson. And the call, strike on the outside corner, 1-1 to Studzinski. Deutsch on deck, then Zaffron. Hudson with an opportunity here to get back in this ball game. Right fielder very shallow, right field line very wide. And there's another strike to Studzinski called, 1-2. One and two count. Bases jammed. Fouls it off on the breaking ball. Studzinski kept the hands back a little bit, but then just unable to get the solid contact going forward. 1-2. Nobody out. Bases loaded of Explorers. Time is called. Ready for action. Wind blowing left to right. Ball's in the dirt. 2-2. Bacchini at third. Dennison at second. Pallo at first. Studzinski at the plate trying to bring them all home. As George Carlin used to say, just want to go home. Here's the pitch. Fouled it off. Staying alive, staying alive. 2-2 count on Studzinski. Wadsworth trying to get out of this inning. There's a shot to the right side. Base hit. The merry-go-round will go up one. Ball goes all the way through. Base is still jammed of Explorers. One run in, and the top of the lineup coming up in Deutsch. Base hit by Studzinski. Just took it that way. Good piece of hitting. Didn't try to do too much. Keep the line moving. It's 8-2, but the bases are loaded. Marshall in a little bit of a trouble zone here. The danger zone sign is up, and Deutsch takes ball one. Nobody out. Studzinski with a huge hit there to keep it going. Now it rolls over to Deutsch. He takes high, strike one. 1-1. So action stirring in the Wadsworth bullpen. Ooh, good pitch, 2-1. Reliever needs to get hot in a hurry. Base hit would make this an 8-4 ball game, and suddenly tying runs might start coming to the plate. And Marshall steps off. On deck is Zaffron. Hudson's been putting the ball in play. Now they're starting to find holes. And we still have time. We're going to have a pinch runner. Number 10 is Nate Greco. Greco's going to come in for Studzinski.
Nate Greco.
Catcher Studzinski comes out. Greco comes in to run. A little extra speed. So Deutsch chance to do some damage here. Top of the fifth, bottom of the fifth. Hudson down 6, but the bases are loaded. And there's a shot to right field. Ooh, nice catch. Runner tags at third. He's going to score. Runner from second tags and goes to third. So Hudson picks up the run, advances the other runners on the sac fly by Deutsch to right field. The first out of the inning, but sets up first and third.
Stepping into the box for Hudson, second baseman.
Talk about the shallowness of the right fielder. That almost got over his head. It was Shaliva in right. I'm not sure if the Pelkey stayed in right. Kind of looks like him. As we go to Zaffron now. Runner most inevitably will probably try to steal third. Pop up on the infield fly caught by the third baseman. Cendillo's had a really nice game defensively. Zaffron on the first pitch. Second out. Only 2 runs in so far for Hudson. It's 8-3. Luke Sutton in a big spot here. You want to pick up another run and keep this get it to a 2-out rally. Again, Greco at first. Now not so sure he might go. Big hole on the right side. Strike 1 to Sutton. Wadsworth bullpen still active as Marshall tries to scramble out of this and escape with just the 2 runs. Ball's outside. They look a little pitch out. The first and third. Hudson like to get the runner into scoring position at a minimum. Maybe something happens, allows you to get the run to score as well. Marshall in the stretch. Here's the pitch. Bounces it. Greco getting off a little bit over there. 2-1 count. 8-3 score here in the bottom of the fifth. This is Luke Sutton at the plate. He's grounded out twice. Once to the second baseman, once to the pitcher. Like to see him line one into center field here. Pick up the run and allow Ryan Jones to come to the plate. Ball is high. We're 3-1 count. Could load him up again for Ryan as well, just with the walk. Pitch is called strike ball. Goes into center. The run's going to score. And Greco goes to third. So we got the stolen base. Advances on the E2. Runner scores. And it's 8-4. So Hudson does pick up that 4th run in this game. Now a chance to pick up another one with Greco on third. Sutton in a 3-2 count as that pitch was called a strike. Fouls it off. Hudson with 3 in the inning. 4 for the game, down now 8-4. With 2 innings to play here. But Hudson had a chance maybe to pick up this 5th run. That would be a big run to pick up. Sutton a little late on the swing, and that'll end the inning. But not before Hudson puts a 3 spot on the board and makes it 8-4. And we'll be right back for 6th inning action. Hello again, everybody. Welcome to the 6th inning here at the ballpark on Hudson Community Television's Game of the Week, version 1. Tomorrow night, version 2, as Hudson will take on Kent Roosevelt. And number 12, Roman Schaefer, on the mound for Hudson as he came on and got 2 outs the previous inning after 3 runs had scored. We're going to take a look at the big rally by Hudson, though, this past half inning as they put 3 on the board. Start with a base hit by Bacchini, then a base hit by Dennison, a third hit by Palo up the middle, loading the bases, and then a big hit by Studzinski, knocking in the first run. Bases still loaded, then we get the sac fly from Deutsch. Advances advances Palo to third, Greco to third. Palo then scores on the throw through as Greco was stealing second, Palo scoring. So that's the 3 that they got. Makes it an 8-4 game. And Hudson needs a lockdown inning. Keep the momentum going and allow Hudson maybe an opportunity with the 4-5 hitters in the 6th to come back in this game some more. So to the plate, number 2 is Jason Copeland. They have the 3-4-5 hitters, Copeland, Sandia, and Cowan or Hoover. We'll see which one, whether Hoover's in permanently or was just a pinch hit for Cohen on a one-time and then a re-entry by Cohen, which is a rule still in high school baseball. Bounces the first one. Here in the top of the 6th, Jason Copeland so far today, 2 hits and a walk, 1 run scored. It's 2-0. One thing you don't want to do after a big comeback rally, get 3 on the board, you don't want to come out and start walking people and putting pressure back on your defense. And there's the first strike, 2-1. Congratulations to the Cavs last night as they picked up the 3rd of 4 that you need to advance. Big game by Dennis Schrader. Schroeder doing a good job last night, veteran leadership. Not sure we had Dennis Schroeder game on the bingo card for this series, but much needed. And Cavs can close it out in Toronto. I think it's on Friday night. Right after, you can watch this Hudson game against Kent Roosevelt and the Cavs at the same time. Use that split screen thing. I think Spectrum now has that sports multi-view that I saw the other day. There's a shot down the left field line. It's base hit. Copeland going hard. Looks at second, but pulls up
Defensive changes
with his 3rd hit.
On its shortstop, number 21, Leo Milicic. And catching, number 10, Nate Greco.
So Greco stays in the game as catcher.
Third baseman, Michael Cynthia.
And in at shortstop is Milicic for Palo. So that's going to be all for Schaefer after the base hit. Hudson going to another reliever. This will be their 5th pitcher of the day. 2/3 of an inning from Schaefer. 1 hit. No walks, no strikeouts, 1 strikeout. And the runner on first is his responsibility. And the new pitcher will face Michael Sandia, who's grounded into a double play his last time. That was a huge double play by Hudson to end that fourth inning without any runs scoring by the Grizzlies. Looks on to pitch. Looks like Alex Travis, number 5. So with the game tomorrow, Hudson not using any reliever very long, about 1 inning of work. We've obviously got Palo and Reed that can go tomorrow. Reed had a nice outing against Midview in a 9-5 win. That's 5 innings, 7 Ks. So we're ready to go here. Travis.
Now on the pitch for your Explorers. Number 5, Alex Travis.
Alex Travis here in the top of the 6th, and Michael Sandia hits a fly ball to center. Drops in. Good try by Deutsch, but he's unable to come up with it on the dive. And now a double by Sandia.
Wadsworth, moving number 13, Blake Hoover.
Blake Hoover will come to the plate. Took over for Cowan in the DH spot last time around, which was last inning. He had a big base hit for the Grizzlies. Now runners 2nd and 3rd. He takes strike 1, nobody out. And Hudson would really like to nip this one and not allow any runs, but that's going to be difficult, especially on that fly ball to right field. Dennison makes the catch, throws it in. The runner scores from 3rd on the sac fly.
That'll bring to the plate for Wadsworth, number 12.
Second run scored by Copeland today. First RBI for Hooper on that fly ball to right. Got the first out though, and the runner also advanced the 3rd on that sac. And it brings up Ryan Stoops, who takes swings and misses, strike 1. He's had a couple doubles, scored 3 runs, has an RBI, and been in the middle of most of it today for Wadsworth. Takes a ball 1-1 on the inside. So close the book on Schaefer. He gives up 1 earned run in 2/3 of an inning, a hit and a strikeout. Runner on 3rd is now the responsibility of Mr. Travis. Alex Travis on the mound. 2-1 count. He's out of the stretch with a runner on 3rd. Popped up high. Going to be a difficult play. In comes right fielder, makes the play. Runner tags but does not come all the way down the line and retreats back to 3rd. That's a great play by Dennison to make the catch on a short pop fly to right and then get the throw back in quickly on 1 hop to Greco, the catcher. So 2 outs, both flyouts to right, and Reed Close comes to the plate. He's got 2 hits and a sacrifice bunt today. He scored 1 run, knocked in 3 with that base hit last time up. He knocked in 2. So tough guy to get out. You want to make sure you get this other out and limit this damage to 1 run as we go into the bottom of the 6th. But 0-2 count. Popped him up. Goes out of play behind plate. So 0-2. Hudson down 9-4 now, as the Grizzlies have picked up a run here in the top of the 6th Fastball gets him, and Hudson gets out of the inning. Just the one run scoring. It's now 9-4. And Hudson will need to get another rally going in the bottom of the 6th. And they will have Jones, Umansky, and Blake Buckany coming to the plate. Blake's had a couple hits, so it's a good point in the lineup to get something going again. If you're watching this game on Hudson Community Television, you can watch on Spectrum, you can watch on the app, and you can watch online streaming live. This game will be rebroadcast on Saturday at 1 o'clock in the afternoon on The Rock. That's the Rock Entertainment Sports Network. You can find The Rock on the Spectrum 20.1 on the antennas, as well as on the Spectrum at 973? 973? We'll confirm 979. If you have 979, you can yell bingo, and that's where you'll find the Rock Entertainment and Sports Network, and we thank them for broadcasting these Hudson games. And a lot of high school sports now found on the Rock. Doing a great job, and we thank them again for picking up our broadcast.
The Explorers in the bottom of the 6th. Designated hitter number 1, Ryan Jones.
So Ryan Jones to the plate. Ground out to first in the 2nd, a strikeout in the 4th, so he'd like to make this day a little more positive on the end of it. Marshall into his 6th inning of work. Base hit up the middle for Jones, and that's how you start a rally again. Get that leadoff hitter on and just move it around just like a merry-go-round.
Step into the plate for Hudson.
Taking it right back up the middle.
Umansky.
So Umansky to the plate. He's 1 for 2. Base hit in the 2nd. Scored a run. Grounded out to 2nd in the 4th inning. Takes a strike. 0-1. Wadsworth pen is active. Would not call it maximum heat yet, but warming up with some purpose out there. So Umansky here, 0-2 in the hole. Hits a ball close to the hole, but could be 2. They just take the 1. 4-6 put out at 2nd. And Umansky at first after the force out.
First baseman number 19, Blake Buckany.
So Buckany to the plate, having a real nice day. He's 2 for 2, base hit, a double, run scored. And ball gets away from the catcher, Bupp, and Umansky dashes to 2nd on the wild pitch. Runner at 2nd, 1 out. Wadsworth Grizzlies looking for their 8th win of the year, 4th in conference. And a strike to Buckany. It makes it a 1-1 count. So in the pen right now, number 10, Chris Sandia, sophomore. There's a pitch, hit deep in the left, going way back, all the way to the wall. That's going to score 1 run. And Buckany having a big night as he gets his 2nd bomb. He's going to try to go to 3rd, and he's going to be out. So Buckany gets the run home, but makes the 2nd out at 3rd. He's hit 2 bombs, balcony bombs, as we're going to start calling them. So he's gone over the head of the left fielder twice tonight. Good throw in the third. The relays worked out, and they get the out on the double, and then 7-6-5 on the put out. The second out. Balcony gets his first RBI of the night. Brings the plate Dennison, Chase Dennison. He's 0 for 1. Got on an error in the 5th. He scored a run. He's knocked in a run on a sac fly in the 2nd. Ball is high. Score is 9-5. Wadsworth over Hudson here, bottom of the 6th, as Hudson had something going there, but the aggressive move by Balcony led to the second out. And there's a ball hit the third. Cindia across the diamond gets the out, and that's the third out of the inning. And Marshall gets him 6 innings and ends the inning with Wadsworth still leading 9-5 as we go to the 7th. Right after this. So we're ready for the 7th inning here at the ballpark in Hudson, with Wadsworth leading 9-5. On the mound for Hudson right now is Alex Travis, who finished off the 6th inning after Schaefer got into a little bit of trouble, who had bailed out Grill the previous inning. So Hudson looking for a shutdown inning here in the top of the 7th, so that when they go to the bottom of the 7th, they might have a chance to tie this game or extend it. Wadsworth doing a great job today offensively, scoring 9 runs after being shut out just 2 days ago against Hudson and Jack Sutton, who threw the 7-inning 2-hit 5K shutout. Reciprocal, I guess, would be an R word for us for this game, as Wadsworth pitcher Marshall,
here in the top half of the 7th.
Jameson Marshall's gone 6 innings, giving up 5 runs, but 4 of them in the last 2 innings after he had a big lead. So he's giving him length, giving him a solid performance today, and Wadsworth got a lot of action going on in the bullpen, and they'll probably go with a closer here in the 7th, as Marshall's last 2 innings were a little bit stressful, giving up those 4 runs. And ball 1, or strike 1 from Travis to Bupp, the catcher. Pop fly into center. Deutsch makes the play, and Hudson gets the first out, which is so important as you're trying to mount the comeback here. See Deutsch come across. Center fielder has the quarterback role of the outfielders. If he calls it and wants it, then you've got to back away and let him have it, as we'll have a pinch hitter here, number 5, Landon Skidmore for the Grizzlies. Junior Skidmore, number 5, right-handed hitter. And he takes 2 balls and a big cut, 2-1. Ooh, good pitch. Goes to 3-1. Top of the lineup, Brett Pelkey sitting on deck. Way out in front is Mr. Skidmore. And we go to 3-2 on the batter. Travis did a good job in the 6th of shutting down the Grizzlies, and he gets Skidmore on the swing and a miss. Gets the second out, and that's going to bring Brett Pelkey to the plate. Brett having a big game. Fly out in the first. As you see the K coming through, just a nice little pitch. Base hit in the second, base hit in the 4th. Fly out in the 5th. So 2 for 4 coming into this with 1 RBI, a couple of hits on the day for Pelkey after 1 for 2 and a walk against the Explorers 2 nights ago. Remember, we'll be back on the air tomorrow at 7 p.m. under the lights at the ballpark. It's a beautiful setting. Tune in for that if you're at home watching, or come out to the ballpark if it's a pleasant day in Northeast Ohio in April. Tomorrow we turn the calendar. It'll be May 1, May Day tomorrow. Calendar flips over to the 5th month of this year already. Bicentennial and a half for the for the United States as we get a 4-3 put out to end the inning. 1-2-3 in the 7th. Good job by Travis to go in 2 innings, a shutout ball. And we'll go to the bottom of the 7th. Hudson needs 4. Travis with 2 strikeouts, no runs given up, and gets out of those innings. So Hudson will have here in the 7th, they will have Milsatich, Greco, and Deutsch to try to get something going. And Marshall's going to go for the complete game. It's worked 6, giving up 5. And he's going to try to finish this out. There's folks up in the bullpen. It's an active bullpen right now. Wadsworth Grizzlies been in these nice red jerseys. Hudson in the baby blues, maybe North Carolina blue. Just a beautiful ballpark. The field turf allows you to play sometimes with this infield when you get Northeast Ohio weather, like we had some rain this afternoon. That wasn't on my forecast when the day started, but little sprinkles, little light rain about 1:30 this afternoon, 1 o'clock, 1:30. But that's gone away. There's blue skies for a change, and we go into the bottom of the 7th with Melissa. It's been 7 innings, folks. Milsatich at the plate, number 21. Leo's first at bat for the day. Came in shortstop for Palo. Leo had 1 at bat on Tuesday. Could go into my Harry Carey and say Milsatich backwards would be, but he crowns out 4-3 to start this 7th inning. Brings up Greco, number 10. Greco with his first at bat. He came on and pinch ran for Studzinski in the 5th. Went around to 3rd, but did not score. As Hudson put together a nice rally in that 5th. He takes strike 1. Marshall looking strong here in the 7th. Pumping fastballs like he's done all day, and Hudson just letting Hudson players ground themselves out. I'm really impressed with Marshall's performance tonight. He's worked quickly. He's not looked out of rhythm. Even when they had rallies, he stayed true to his form, kept the ball in the strike zone. He's got those long legs. Looks a little bit like Scott Sanderson, to go way back machine. Pitches up a little bit, 1-1, 2-1 count. But he's not slow and deliberate like Scott Sanderson, that's for sure. Scott Sanderson, the human pitching rain delay to go with Mike Hargrove. Those two faced up. It was a long evening. Now I'm dating myself, but and the strikeout by Greco, and we're down to 1 out left for Hudson as the top of the lineup will come up. Chase Deutsch.
Sorry. Number 22, Chase Deutsch.
Yeah, Chase Deutsch at the plate. 0 for 2 and a sac fly, 1 RBI tonight. Leadoff hitter, he needs to get himself on base and try to start a 2-out big rally for Hudson. Ball gets away, 1-1. Marshall trying to get the complete game here as the bullpen has come in. He should be warm. It's number 10, I think, Chris Sandia, who's been up a couple times here the last couple innings. Slow grounder. It's a foul ball off the plate. Wasn't quite sure if that was fair or live or whatever. Maybe you saw that ball roll down the line the other night, Padres-Cubs game. Ball in the dirt, 2-2. Marshall, very efficient game, even with the runs. He didn't throw a lot of pitches here. Gave Wadsworth the length and into the 7th tonight. Curveball hit up the middle. Shortstop spins, turns, pulled him off the bag, and Deutsch gets the hit. If this were a major league game, you might see the hands to the head to try to get a review of this.
Next up for your Explorers, second baseman,
Copeland had pulled his foot. And it brings up Zaffron 0 for 3. He'd like to get off the schneid tonight. Big opportunity to get this rally going, get the line advancing so they can get to the big hitters. And he takes strike 1. Pop out to third base last time up by Zaffron. Zaffron 0 for 2 on Tuesday night. He'd like to get a hit here against Wadsworth. This would be a big time for it. And he takes the second strike, and it's 0-2, and Hudson down to their last strike. Deutsch at first on the legged out hit. Zaffron needs to protect, try to advance himself and the runner. Slowed that one down, Marshall. And Zaffron able to get a piece of it. Still 0-2. Slow roller down third. That's going to be a hit. And that's how you get a rally going with 2 outs. Little dribbler down the third base line, and Zaffron legs it out.
Now up for your Explorers, left fielder number 11.
So 2 on, 2 out. Bottom of the 7th, Luke Sutton coming to the plate. He's 0 for 3 and would like to break that up. And that's going to be all for Marshall as they're going to go to the pen. Marshall, a tremendous outing, 6 2/3 innings, 5 runs. And into the game for Wadsworth. Still not quite a safe situation, but I'm going to bring this guy in. Try to get a number. Number 8, Brody Carbaugh, the junior, going to come in here and try to shut this down after Marshall goes 6 2/3. innings of 5-run ball, but he leaves the game with Wadsworth leading 9-5, 2 runners on. Luke Sutton at the plate. So yes, it is a save situation as Ryan Jones is on the on-deck circle. So the tying run on the on-deck circle. And getting to be a little stressful moment here for Wadsworth. Another hit would definitely shift the momentum. Ryan Jones with an opportunity, and then Humansky, who's had a nice day in the field and at the plate, could give Hudson an opportunity to tie this game. But first, you need another runner. So Luke Sutton 0 for 3. He'd like to help the cause here.
Left fielder, number 11, Luke Sutton.
Ball gets away, the runners will advance. So 1-0 count. Sutton at the plate. Runners second and third in scoring position. Just need to keep the line moving with an opportunity to tie this here. Ball on the outside is Carball out of the stretch. A little struggle in the first 2 pitches, finding the strike zone. Sutton, a little bit of an open stance, just a little bit. Takes ball 3. First base is open, but you walk him, then you're facing the tying run. And Ryan Jones comes up 1 for 3 with a big base hit last in the 6th inning. Helped Hudson pick up that 1 run in the 6th, which is starting to look really big now. Hudson down 4. 2 on, 2 out, 3-0 count here in the bottom of the 7th. Brody Carball throws ball 4 to Sutton, and now the tying run comes to the plate, and that's in the person of Ryan Jones. I'm sorry, Jones is out. This is Alex Travis who will hit here with 2 outs. And ball 1. You got to think the take sign's on until he throws a strike. Ducks on the pond. Down 4. Tying run at the plate. Hudson chance to have a late rally. Curveball is a strike. Slowed it way down. Hung that one. 1-1 count. As we said, take sign had to be on. The kangaroo court be finding people. Here's the pitch. Another one of those breaking balls, and it doesn't come into the zone. 2-1. Wadsworth playing with fire here. 2-1 count. Bases loaded. Bottom of the 7th. Travis at the plate. Outside, and it's 3-1. Move the line along. Get the merry-go-round going. Play the music. It's Hudson a chance to get going here. Do you put the take sign on? We'll ask you folks at home. Hits one up the middle. Goes through! Base hit for Travis. 2 runs will score. Runners first and second. And Hudson mounts a late 2-out rally here in the 7th. Scoring 2. It's 9-7. Runners on first and second. Big, huge hit by Alex Travis. just right up the middle. Shortstop couldn't get it there. And it ekes through for the hit. And now Humansky at the plate takes fastball, strike one. 1 for 3 on the day. Base hit in the second that scored Hudson. He scored Hudson's first run. He scored another run in the sixth. 9-7. Burns first and second. Humansky at the plate. Big breaking ball outside. 1-1. Can't beat fun at the old ballpark as Hudson mounting this late 2-out rally. 2 on, 2 out. 1-1 count. Ooh, got the fastball he's looking for. Now it's a 1-2 count. Hudson back down to its last strike. Travis not only get the big hit, he would get the, came in and threw 2 really good innings for Hudson that allowed them to be able to mount this rally and have the tying run at first, the winning run at the plate in Humansky. Slowed it down. Humansky out in front of it, and that's going to be ball game as Humansky K's to end the third out and the 7th inning. Hudson will drop this one 9-7, but great guts and grit to bring it down into the last batter being the potential winning run. So Hudson makes it 9-7 with 2 runs here in the 7th. And that's going to be a tough loss for Hudson. They split with Wadsworth this week. They won the first one 1-0. On Tuesday, they lose this one 9-7. Great pitching performance by Jamison Marshall for Wadsworth as he got him to the 7th with only 5 runs and leading 9-5. Bullpen wobbles, but it doesn't fall down for Wadsworth, and they'll take the win and move on. Both teams solid teams in the Suburban National Division. And as we watch them walk off, we'll be back tomorrow with Kent Roosevelt at 7 p.m. Remember, you can watch this replay on Saturday at 1 p.m. on The Rock. You can watch Kent Roosevelt Sunday at 4 p.m. on The Rock, but you can watch it anytime on the HCTV app or online. So we thank you for tuning in this afternoon. Hudson dropping this one 9-7. Jamison Marshall the winner. Loser being Eich. And great day for the offense for Wadsworth as they are able to rally and score some runs. We enjoyed the ride, and we hope you have a great day and a better tomorrow. And we'll be back for tomorrow at 7 p.m. on the Hudson Community Television Game of the Week, Version 2, Hudson and Kent Roosevelt. Thanks for tuning in, and thanks to the best crew in Northeast Ohio on the camera crew.